The first ever test match between South Africa and Pakistan at the Wonders Stadium in Johannesburg. And Pakistan out to maintain a very proud record of having beaten most of the other test playing countries the first time they played against them. Can they do it again? Well, one blow for them. Waqar Younis has withdrawn from the game on the eve of the match. A bonus for them is that Wasim Akram replaces him. He flew in a few days ago. He'll play, and so will Alan Donald, which for South Africa is good news. First time back in international cricket since the Oval 5 months ago. So let's have a look at the first ever game between South Africa and Pakistan. Pakistan are a bookmaker's delight, always favourites, yet possessed of a soft underbelly which is all too vulnerable under pressure, particularly outside their own country. This is the side, remember, which resisted strong pressure recently to win a 3-match series from 1-0 down against Australia. But they were a very different team in Johannesburg, where it was a toss-up whether their batting or bowling was more undisciplined. That said, nothing should be taken away from a positively led home team in which Fanie de Villiers produced the most brilliant of many outstanding performances in the previous 12 months to clinch his right to a top 4 place in the Coopers and Lybrand World Ratings. The Pakistan management unbelievably picked Amir Nazir, although at the start of play the seamer was still at the airport trying to find his luggage after a 14-hour flight. Small wonder he couldn't even bowl 10 overs on the first day. And of the other trio of pace bowlers, only Aqib Javid looked test class. And Mr Extras never dropped since his test debut, and yet to give a chance in over 100 years, handed over 96 in the match as Pakistan's belated Christmas present to the Proteas, a total only 7 short of the record held by the West Indies against Pakistan in Guyana in 1987-88. Once Cronje and Kirsten shared a 4th wicket partnership of 79 in 15 overs to pull round a stuttering start of 59 for 3, the home side got further and further on top, with Pakistan's feeble attempts to stem the tide with bat and ball becoming a total embarrassment. Kirsten again topped 50, that's the 6th time in 23 innings, and yet again failed to go on, but he's too good a player for this not to change, and the big innings can't be far away. Jonty Rhodes, he bounced back with a typically perky 72 and set the stage for McMillan to score a marvellous maiden 100. He cut, he pulled and drove with massive authority, and few better test hundreds have been played from number 7 in recent years. He was finally out for 113 from only 179 balls, and he hit 15 cracking falls. His departure left centre stage for de Villiers to pour a cupful of salt into the already gaping wounds of Pakistan. He sailed past his previous test score of 30 and then flailed an unbeaten 66 off 69 deliveries, with 54 coming in boundaries, and that included a top-edge 6 off Wasim and an exquisite reverse sweep off Salim Malik, which produced an expression of disbelief from the bowler which gave de Villiers more pleasure than anything else in the match. A score of 450 in only 121 overs bought Cronje so much time he could afford to ignore the follow-on after de Villiers, with 6 for 81, bowled Pakistan out for 230, with Malik's 99 the only innings of quality and substance. Cronje's decision to bat again was understandable. Less so were the decisions to come off for bad light and lose 26 overs on the 3rd day when his side was effectively 391 for 3. And also next day when he allowed the injured John Cummins to bat when he had other batsmen available and the declaration under an hour away. Cummins was given the fastest runner in world cricket, Jonty Rhodes, but they lasted only 1 ball because the injured striker forgot about his runner and took off as soon as he hit the ball. Total confusion all round, with little invoked Law 2 Note 7 sending Cummins on his way despite the position of his partner Darrell Cullinan. He scored an unbeaten 79 to suggest he might become one of the few home side to average 45 instead of somewhere in the middle 30s. Now, although Pakistan had to bat through 5 sessions to save the game, the pitch was still good enough if the application had been. Instead, what did we get? 3 wild hooks, a lofted drive into the covers, and that meant they could never recover from their desperate start of 5 runs for 3 wickets. Nobody had the stomach for the fight apart from Inzamam. He battled it out for 95, and to a lesser degree Asif Mushtaba. He stayed with him for 45 overs. The game was over only half an hour into the final day to complete a great resurgence for the home team and the total disintegration of a Pakistan side who once again have all the talents but not much character. That was shown a fortnight later in Harare when Zimbabwe trounced them to gain their first ever Test win.